A 4-point hit in game week 3, and I might be about to take another hit for game week 4, as surely Mo Salah is coming in. Guys, welcome to the Gianni YouTube show. Hope you guys are well and you're enjoying the international break so far. These are my early thoughts for my team, my transfer decisions ahead of game week 4. And today's show is going to centre around who I'm targeting. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a third Liverpool player. And spoiler alert, I think I need to take another 4-point hit, or is even a wild card on the card. So look, without further ado, let's have a quick look at how I got on in game week 3, because I took a 4-point hit for Ollie Watkins. Now, we'll speak more about Watkins later. It wasn't great, and maybe I got a tad lucky. I got an assist out of it, but it feels like it could and should have been way more. So look, 69 points all out. I'm around 3 million overall rank. It was 73 minus the 4 at 69. Good to see a couple of returns there from the likes of Trent, Robinson, Henderson getting 4 was nice. But yeah, too many 2 and 3 pointers there in midfield. And thankfully, Isak came in with the 9. And then I think Watkins with the 5-pointer in the end. So look, it wasn't brilliant, but we keep calm, we carry on, I think. Although I say keep calm, taking a 4-point hit isn't really keeping calm, is it, Gianni? If you're enjoying the show, do hit the like button, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I did do a wildcard draft last week. Now, you may have seen it. If you did, you will have seen this team. Now, this team produced 89 points, so maybe I should have wildcarded last week. I went with Raya in goal, but I also had returns from the likes of Rico Lewis. I had Mo Salah and Haaland, both of them getting 17 pointers. Haaland with captaincy at 34. I had João Pedro in. I had Watkins in. It would have been a very fun-looking team, but I didn't pull that trigger. And stay tuned this week for a wildcard game week 4 video. Is it something I'm going to consider? It is, but it's too early for me to think about activating it. I don't think I'll end up going there, and this is what I think I will do. So look, let's load my team. This is my current bus team, if you like. This is my team before any transfers. So we have Henderson in goal, and it's a good set of 3 fixtures coming up for Henderson now. The back line will be Trent, Robinson, who I'm happy with defender 1 and 2, but then, boy, are my defenders bad from 3, 4 and 5. Barco, Hall, Johnson. Barco's not there. The other 2 aren't starting. I do think Ben Johnson will probably start for Ipswich game week 3, so he's my third defender. When they were away from home last time at Man City, they played a back 5. Johnson right wing back, Tuanzebe right centre back. When they've been at home, we've seen them playing a back 4, Tuanzebe at right back. Well, they go to Brighton. I expect Ben Johnson to play right wing back, but it's not ideal. We've got Son, Jota, Rodgers and Gordon in midfield. Yeah, okay. And then up front, we've got Isak, Haaland and Watkins. The bench is threadbare. So let's talk about where I might go. I've got 4 potential options with my transfers. Before we do that, let's give a shout out to OneFootball, who sponsor today's show. Guys, I use OneFootball on a daily basis. In my bed, first thing in the morning, I check the OneFootball app. Genuinely, it's part of my morning routine. Whether it's just news, it's been great for transfers in the last few weeks. Whether it's goal clip, whether you're looking for fixtures, whether you're looking at all the European top leagues. For me, it's great for Serie A and, of course, brilliant for the Premier League. OneFootball is just a must-have on the first screen on your phone. Not screen 2, screen 1. Right at the bottom so your thumb can hit it. There is a QR code on screen. Get scanning. Link in the description. OneFootball, genuinely, I love. So look, let's talk about my team then, shall we? Because we've got to talk about 3 players that I really like. And these 3 players are 3 players that will dictate my move. So before we see all my options, let's just talk about these 3 players. The first of those players is actually Diaz of Liverpool. Now, he's got a brace, and he does play for Colombia. And we can see this tweet I put out on Sunday, being like, oh, let me just check his fixtures, because Liverpool play next Saturday, game week 4. And he plays in Colombia on Tuesday. The good thing is it's a Tuesday fixture for Colombia. We sometimes worry about our South Americans flying back late when they have Saturday games. Brazil play Wednesday. Colombia and Uruguay, I think, are both on Tuesday, or Argentina on Tuesday. That's a good thing for Diaz. I think he'll be available. And if he's going to be available, what do we think of his fixtures? Like, they're very good for Liverpool, right? We need triple Liverpool. He's about to have 2 very good home games. We want triple Liverpool for Forest at home and for Bournemouth at home. Now, is it Luis Diaz or is it Mo Salah? Now, if it's Mo Salah, it's going to require a bit more surgery. Luis Diaz I can do in a straight swap. The other option to consider is a player I really like is a Eberechi Eze. Eze is amazing. I've been glad he's been blanking because he's been losing price. Game week 3, got the bonus and the goal against Chelsea as we expected. And the Carabao Cup, he was brilliant last week as well. So Eze is going to be a very good pick moving forward, and I like him a lot. So I just wanted to show you some data. I've compared Salah, Eze and Diaz. Now this isn't a fair test because Salah's obviously more expensive, but I just want a quick summary to identify which of those 3 players I think I want the most. So when I compare them on the Scout app, and this is brilliant, straight away I get this funky looking chart. This chart loads key attacking stats for the 3. So we can see Mohamed Salah in red all the way around the outside. I've got it here on my phone. I'm like, okay, he's brilliant. He's better than them for bonus points. He's top for chance. He's pretty much top on all of those metrics, all the way around. Goals, shots in the box, total assists, you name it. We can see Luis Diaz in blue gets quite close to him, like he's higher for chances created, for example. And then Eze in green, I have to say, when I compare Eze and Luis Diaz in this chart, Diaz stands out as the much better pick than Eze. Eze does come with penalty appeal, and he does come with 90-minute guarantee. Diaz comes with neither of those things, it's worth noting. But then I thought, okay, let's just look at some of those key stats. So just from the off, we can see appearances and subbed off. Eze doesn't get subbed off. The other 2 might. But straight away for attacking returns, we see it's Salah in green, Diaz in green. They're winning out. But then when we see those expected stats, this is the third slide, the third and final slide I'm going to show you before we see what I might do with my team. Straight away I'm like, oh, Luis Diaz is actually outperforming Salah on some metrics. Like the XG open play, XG non-penalty. Yeah, okay, XG on target is similar. It's pretty similar. And then you look at the minutes and stuff, it's Salah. But what's clear about this is Diaz, for me, is the better option than Eze, I think. Although penalties and minutes do matter. So let's err on the side of caution there. Does this show me I need to move heaven and earth to get Mo Salah? Maybe it does. Maybe I need a bit more time in the international break to think about it. But my options are really centred around those 3 players. So look, this is what I could do. Let's show you what I could do with my team. So straight away, we have 4 very clear and obvious options. Option number 1 is a straight swap. Anthony Gordon out for Diaz, same price, or Eze and save a bit of money. So that would be option 1. Now, Gordon's not been playing well. He's also been playing on the right-hand side. This is a problem. For as long as Harvey Barnes is in the team, it looks like you're going to see Gordon on the right-hand side. I don't like Gordon on the right. I much prefer Murphy in the team on the right-hand side, and then Gordon can play on the left. But Barnes is playing well enough to probably keep a starting spot. Gordon also, we know, isn't as good away from home. And we know when we look at Newcastle's fixtures, he's about to go to Wolves and Fulham. 2 good fixtures on paper, but away games. We saw them struggle at Bournemouth. Do I want double Newcastle attack? No, I don't. So Gordon out is an option, but some of my other options are going to involve Isak out. One thing for sure is I don't think I want both. So option 1 is Gordon out. Option 2, do I just sell Son and bank some money? Son to Diaz, Son to Eze, either of them saves a ton of money. Son has Arsenal up next. He's not looked brilliant this season. We saw him great performance against Everton in game week 2, but 1 and 3 he disappointed. We're seeing him down as the number 9 at times and wide at times. That Spurs front 3 isn't clicking. For me, there's too many changes. I have no idea who's going to play in each position. Not only pre-game, but during the game. Postecoglou makes so many subs. It's Brennan, it's Werner, it's Odegaard, all in the wide spots. It's Kulu at times. Then Kulu's 9. Then Kulu's in the middle. Then Son's out wide. Then it's so difficult. And I think the patterns of play there are really chaotic in that final third. Nothing is clicking. So with that in mind, I'm like, is it just best to get rid of Son and bank some money now before he starts dropping in price, as I'm sure he will if he keeps blanking. So that's option 2. Option 3 is still to sell Son, but keep Gordon because he's cheap, and actually sell Isak. Now, this is one that's really interesting because this is a 4-point hit. Now, I'm playing a little bit on tilt, aren't I? I was a 4-point hit in game week 1, going into game week 3. Another 4-point hit wouldn't be great. But look what I can do with it. Salah and João Pedro in for Salah and Isak. I've got more than enough money in the bank to do that. Do I prefer Salah to Son? Absolutely. Do I prefer Isak to João Pedro? I prefer João Pedro. I actually think in the next couple of fixtures, João Pedro is the better option. Like, it's 2 really good home games for João Pedro. Isak's got 2 tough away games, and I'd have Gordon already. João Pedro also doesn't go on international duty with Brazil. That is massive this week. honestly, you look at this journey back from South America and you're like, yeah, you don't want it. Brazil play on the Wednesday night, that would have put me off João Pedro. The fact that he's around for game week 4, the fact that Welbeck is coming off early, but João Pedro staying on, really, really matters. It's like, yeah, João Pedro's starting as the 10. He can move to the number 9. He can play left if Matoma's not on. He feels like he's going to get 80 minutes plus each week. Now, the fixtures are great. And even when the fixtures are tough, he's just scored against Man United. He's just scored against Arsenal. And now he's got 2 good fixtures. I really like João Pedro, who's going up in price. He's, I think, a very, very good option. And I'm keen. I'm keen despite needing to hit these players in. There is an option 4, and I have to address the elephant in the room. My defence is terrible. I've got 2 good defenders and 3 bad ones. And I could just go haul out Konza in or Dunk in. We've got Konza on screen here. That's the boring, not high upside move though, isn't it? Because I've got some surgery needed, wildcard is a genuine consideration. But as I record this on Sunday night, I'm not going to react and go, yeah, wildcard in. But it's on my mind. And you can expect to see a wildcard video on this channel in the next few days. Because I'll think about it. But for the time being, I think I like option 3. So guys, let's look at my preferred option. Before we do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Thank you so much to everyone that's been subscribing of late. Drop a comment as well and I'll get back to you below in the comments. So look, we've seen the team at the moment. It's threadbare at the back. Too heavy in Newcastle attack. Son's not been pulling his weight. How does it look now if we take Isak out for João Pedro and we take Son out for Salah? Yes, it's still a bit threadbare at the back, but boy, is that a fun front 7. I like it, and yes, it's a 4-point hit again, and it's not the plan. And you could argue I could wildcard and improve a few other areas. It's a consideration. But I think option 3, with Son and Isak out, Salah and João Pedro in, at the moment is my preferred option. I'm not committing to anything yet. This is knee-jerk reaction stuff. We've got time. We've got potential injuries in the international break. We probably need to keep calm. Easy to say, easy to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm hoping you've enjoyed this show. Before we go, though, we need to look at captaincy. And the reason we need to look at captaincy is because Salah in matters for captaincy. And when we look at a captaincy matrix straight away, you go, oh, you can captain Haaland in game week 4. Yeah, I probably will captain Haaland in game week 4. I think he's better than Salah in game week 4. I think I trust Haaland a little more. But in game week 5, who are you captaining if you don't have Salah? Watkins has Wolves. Meh. Son has Brentford. I just don't trust these players at the moment. I know I don't trust Jota either, right? He's got Bournemouth. I know if I've got Salah in my team, I've got the best captain game week 5. Bournemouth at home. It's an option, isn't it? It has to be. And then even game week 6. Do you want to captain Haaland away at Newcastle? Or would you prefer Salah away at Wolves? Arguably Salah away at Wolves. Maybe Watkins at Ipswich, who knows? But my point being, Salah improves the captaincy conversation when we look at the fixture ticker. It's worth consideration, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the show, hit the buttons, like, subscribe, and I'll see you for another video in a couple of days' time or tomorrow. It'll be a wildcard video. I might even be on one. But for the time being, I think I'm going to go with option 3, Salah and João Pedro in. Yes, it wasn't the plan, but another -4. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.